I'll never forget when Porter told me that it takes 4 seasons of knowing somebody to know that you're in love with them. And I remember I asked Porter, I said, what if you're in a climate where there's not many seasonal differences? Irrelevant. 4 seasons are required to fall in love.
Wow. Thank you everybody for being here this weekend. As Juliana said last night, you truly could have been anywhere and you chose to be here with us. I'm gonna try to keep this short, and Jules is probably looking at me like, what are you about to do? But I have a few things to say. You and I have had a lot of conversations about how do you know when God's speaking to you? And so the story of how we met actually starts on my birthday, 2012. My life needed to slow down. And I distinctly remember praying to God, I need somebody who's selfless, who's beautiful, who's kind, who's religious, and who can just make me the best person that I am. And almost like 35 days later, Fonz and I decided, okay, we're gonna go out. And at this party, in the kitchen, Jules was standing there. And I looked at her, and Fonz looked at her, and I was like, yo, Shotty, get back. We had an amazing evening that night, and in that moment, in that kitchen, I was like, okay, there's something. There's something here. And over the next 5 nights, we had dates. I found every reason possible to come up with a new date so that we can see each other. And at the end of those 5 dates, I knew I loved you. I told Ryan, listen, Ryan, I love her, but it hasn't been 4 seasons. So we're gonna have to see what happens. And so I didn't know when, I didn't know how. I knew we would be here together.
Juliana, she meets this guy, she calls me up, and I could tell in her voice this was different. It was a different deal. And I said, we're coming to New York, and I want to meet Porter, and we're going to dinner. I don't know if Juliana was in love with Porter, but by the end of the dinner, Debbie and I had fallen in love with Porter.
The way of Jesus Christ means not that difficulties won't arise, but forgiveness will prevail. A man shall leave his father and mother and cleave unto his wife, and the two shall be one flesh. You walked in two, you walk out one.
Every time you keep me on my feet, happily excited by your love. I love you guys.
I have always been your #1 fan and believer. And to see you in this space is incredible. And Juliana, you are the sister that I have always wanted, and I love you. I truly love you. You have straightened this crazy guy out. I mean,
it's hard to believe that this day is finally here. You knew from the very start that we were meant to be together and that God had a plan for us to be man and wife.
Before I keep going about my love for you, I want to talk about your family. I love each and every one of them in the most unexpected of ways. I promise, Jules, that for the rest of my life, I will honor you, cherish you, provide for you, encourage you. I'll put God first in our marriage and follow His will.
I hope it's the right one.
Oh, Jules, I love this.
As we begin our life together, I promise to continuously work to be the best wife I can be. I promise to accept and understand all the nuances in Black culture. I'm not sure what I did to deserve a man like you, but I thank God every day that you have chosen me to be your wife.
When I prayed to meet somebody like you, I recognized that God was talking to me. And I know that our kids are going to have an amazing opportunity to be incredibly diverse, to have a lot of amazing experiences. And I'm so confident in that. I'm so excited for the future. It's going to be nothing short but a miracle. So I love you, Jules.
It's happening. That was so beautiful.